Hello and welcome to Season 4, Episode 5 of our career mode, where we try and go from obscurity to Champions League glory. My name's Ashley and we're with Torquay. Today on the episode we have the FA Trophy first round against Woking away from home and Ebbsfleet in the Vanarama National League away from home. Form since you were last with us has been pretty much what you'd expect, in the same vein as where we have been before. You were last with us for the close 3-2 defeat to Dagenham and Redbridge. Since then, we came back from 1-0 down to a win 2-1 against Port Vale away from home. We beat Gateshead quite comfortably 2-0 at home in a performance that is exactly what I'm after. We were then unlucky, I'd say. We dominated the last half an hour and couldn't get the goal we needed to get a draw against second place Leyton Orient. Then a disappointing 3-1 defeat against Darlington. We were getting back into it, and after being 2-0 down, we were getting back into it, and Jay Saki being sent off sort of ended our hopes of getting anything from this game. Which means the table going into this game looks like this. We're just outside the playoffs, only 2 points behind Dagenham and Redbridge, and only, 5 points behind third. I think Billericay and Leyton Orient are starting to push a gap now, but we should be really looking into this relegation zone. If you have a look at our form in general, we haven't drawn since Boreham Wood all the way back in October. It really is a win or lose basis, the way we seem to be playing. With that in mind, we're going into a cup game where there is only the option to win or lose, and the team we've got for today is Durrell, Eade, Simpson, Ogbeta, Madden, Finney, Young, Andrews, Morton, Bacale, Mellor and McFarlane. Madden moves over to the right, allowing for a space for Ogbeta to come in because Jay Sake is suspended from that game. We're still in control, we're still passing into space. I'm probably going to look to retain possession as well, I think. We're going to trial this today against we're going to try this today in the cup. We're not fussed too much about the cup, so having it on from the start could well be an experiment, a good time to experiment, even in the rain. Maybe in the rain, not the best time to do it. But the pitch looks in good condition. Finney to Simpson over the top for McFarlane to run onto. He can do something with it. He puts it in at the near post. And Carl McFarlane with the goal. That's the perfect start. We're 1-0 up. Suddenly, having this tactic is the right thing to have on, because we're now winning. We're just trying to keep the ball, keep it away from our opponents, and take the win into the next round. The cup, it's interesting. Where do you stand on the whole? Is the cup a distraction? Is it good to have a winning mentality? Is it good to play second team players? I think, well, firstly, at this level, the cup is a money maker. So having a run in the cup is always important. Although the FA Trophy doesn't bring in a huge amount of money, we are in spectacular need of money. Alone over the summer is the only way I can see it. I think if we don't get promoted this year, we might well be looking for a new club. We've got a penalty just before half time. To go 2-0 up into the break would be a great start. Luke Young puts the ball down. He's signing a new contract for the next few years, slots it home. We're 2-0 up. And this one's, I'm very wary of saying this one's going quite smoothly, because I thought it was going smoothly against Solihull Moors in the FA Cup, and that didn't go smoothly. If you want to see what happened in that one, go back and have a look at, I think it was episode 3. Yes. No real changes. We're ahead in possession, we're dominating shots and shots on target. 3 men at the front post not being marked though, which is slightly worrying, but Ibe put the ball well over the bar, so nothing to worry about there. They haven't had a shot on target yet, which is what I like to see. Changes will be coming around the 70-minute mark. What they are depends on the score line at the time we make them. Andrews shoots wide. That's 70 minutes, right? So Reed's going to come on up front. Rowthorne is going to come on for Andrews. and Whedon is going to come on as well. 3 changes. It's a game we should easily win. When you make 3 changes, you almost always let a goal in. It just disrupts the whole flow of the team, so maybe that was the wrong thing to do. But we look like we're seeing out this game quite nicely. Read over to Morton. Morton trying to take his man on. Whips the ball across. And it's another penalty. Young to step forward, score his second of the game, slots it home, 3-0. Thank you very much. Move on, next round. It's what I like to see. A comfortable performance where we look the better team. We looked in control of it throughout. We never looked like we were going to lose. That was what the Solihull game should have been for those of you who saw that episode. This is the 7th minute of added time when only 3 was indicated. Surely the whistle's got to go. It does go, and we have a comfortable 3-0 win to our name against Woking. I think it's worth keeping that keep possession on for the Ebbsfleet game, don't you? We'll see you in a second. And we're back ready for the game against Ebbsfleet. But before we jump into the game, wanted to just run a few things with you, show you my profile screen, which I haven't seen for a while. I've now got a National A licence and a few different things, adaptability, some coaching things are kicking on and pushing on, which is good to see. There's been a few updates since you were last with us. A few teams have come in offered. We've had 3 interviews in the last week for clubs. Let's go and have a look at where some of them are. The first was Gateshead, who are in 17th in this league. I don't think we're going to be moving there. Insecure finances, 1.5-star club reputation. They're at the highest point they've ever been. I don't particularly see that as an interesting place to go. Also, let's go have a look at this job security. We've also been linked with the Burton job, who are in League 1. We could totally skip League 2. They've got a massive transfer budget of about 1.2 million or something like that. Huge wages, 2.5-star club reputation, okay finances. They were a championship team for 3 years. If I got offered this job, I'd be gone. See you later. I'm moving this. I mean, even wearing the same colours, which would be fantastic. Something for us we don't have to get used to. They're not doing great in League 1 though, down in 19th place, struggling to avoid relegation. If we have a quick look at the preview, they were supposed to finish 5th, so certainly they've got some good players in the club. I think if we went in there, we could really turn them around. We might be looking at championship in two or 3 years, you know, hopefully. The other team that have come in for us are Inverness Caledonia Thistles in the Scottish Championship. Normally a Premier League team, been down in there for 3 or 4 years now, 2-star reputation, okay finances. They're 6th in the Championship. Their target is a top half finish. This year looks pretty much gone, if I'm honest, just to avoid the relegation, which I think would be okay to do. Possibly kick on the next few years, look to get back to the Premiership. Season preview had them finishing 5th, so they're about where they should be. They're just a bit closer to the relegation zone than where they want to be. Well, I'll keep you updated, which means next time you come here, you might see that we have a new club badge on the thumbnail. Keep an eye out for that. The team we're going for today is very similar to the last one. It's a Durrell in goal, Eade, Simpson, Ugbetta and Madden as a back 4, Finney, Young and Andrews in midfield, Morton, Buckingham Miller and McFarlane up front. Well, let's get right into today's game. After the wonderful 4th round cup win, we're through to the 2nd round, which we play FC Halifax. We'll have a look afterwards at the schedule to see if that's one that we'll put on the live stream or whether we just play that offline and come back perhaps for the 3rd round if we were to win. But today is against Ebbsfleet. Ebbsfleet are down in 16th place, I think. Yeah. We need a win to really keep us in touch with those playoffs, as our target suggests. Did I leave the keep possession on? I did. Good. They've got a corner, whipping it in. It's headed. Great save from Durrell. They've got another corner. whipped in. Andrews clears only as far as the winger in man, but Andrews picks this up. We've got a counter-attack potentially brewing with Bughelm Mellor, who can't get in front of Harfield. In man to Morris. Good wing from Ogbeta, but only as far as the players again. Ogbeta hoofs that downfield. Again, it's only falling to them. This could be a goal. Long highlights result in goals normally. Morris to Nicole. It's a goal. It ruins the fun when I know it's going to be a goal. I mean, Football Manager's got to change that. I know long highlights, try and build the tension in that. But if it's a long highlight and it results in a goal, it does take the fun out of it just a little bit, because you're expecting a goal and you're just worried the whole time that they're holding possession. The ball keeps falling to them. You're thinking, what's going on here? This is going to be a goal. You know it's going to be a goal. It takes away from the fun a little bit. Disappointingly, we've gone 1-0 down against a team that we were favourites to win against. Hopefully, if Burton are sending scouts to watch this game, they're not watching it too closely, because we... how did we get linked with a Burton job? I don't get it. For those of you who want to look back on my profile, you can see I've set it to Sunday League Football. You can see we've only got an A licence. It's not as if we are, international with a continental licence or anything like that. This is mad. Young with the ball in. Finney loses it to Inman, who has been a pain in our side all game. Eade now picks up the ball, looks for Finney, to Simpson, to Young, who can find McFarlane, but a good tackle denies him. Worsfield to Parks, back to Talbot, over the top. We're just not winning anything in that midfield today. I'm going to take it off retain possession because we want to be getting forward and scoring goals now. And the ball keeps falling to them. Long highlights, ladies and gentlemen, always result in goals. McDonough, people at the back post, always result in goals. Oh, God. After such a good win last time in the Cup, this would be 3 losses actually on the row, I think, in the league, which doesn't sound fair, to be honest, because I think we are, we're better than this. I'm going to switch it on to attacking. Nothing's coming. It looks like that's going to be it. Maybe one more goal for them. Just wide. It's a minute to go. You get the feeling this is just the last highlight. Finney to Simpson. Gives the ball away. It's just amateur, isn't it? It's so simple. And that looks like it's going to be it. We have lost 2-0 to Ebbsfleet, but we're through in the Cup, which I suppose is some sort of positive. Not the positive we wanted. I suppose the fact that other teams in the playoff picture lost as well, meaning at the end of today's episode, with 3 teams potentially offering us jobs, we sit 2 points outside the playoffs. And looking forward to the next episode, we could have a double header against FC Halifax, but that's only really 3 games gap. Let's go. We'll go Halifax and Southport. You saw Southport earlier in the season. It'd be good for you to see them again. Yeah, we'll do that. If you liked today's episode, please press the like button. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, hopefully, potentially, maybe, with a new job in the next episode. We may not even get to that game, so it's worth subscribing just to see that. Thank you very much for watching.